Altavista by Fernando Calvi. This is a comic that Fantagraphics could publish, released, and this was first serialized on Fierro magazine on the between 2007 to 2011, and it is divided in two parts. I would say that this is like an adventure comic, but it's not really that adventurous. It's more like this character that used to read a lot of adventures, but he's not like an adventure man, an action man. And the first part is like reading it's like a series. You have these really short episodes, 4 pages, but if you read them side by side, you miss a lot of the idea behind this book, because it's about getting to know about certain topic, and it also even changes the color palette. For example, this one is blue, this one is more like greenish, and then this chapter 4 is more brownish, gray, yellowish, but it has like these other colors. This one is more like blue, so really good work. So the first part is these 13 chapters. Some of them are really surreal, like dream-like. Some of them are dreams. Other ones are things that happened. We have a lot of references to Tintin and Popeye and like Treasure Island, Peter Pan, Wendy, Garfield, Hook, Captain Hook, Dr. Moral Island, these animals, this island with animals, people turning to animals. We have Challengers of Unknown, even Corto Maltese, The Little Prince. There's a lot of literary references. Fernando Calvi knows a lot about it, and stories are all like narrated by the main character. This one called Barragan, and the man with no face. There's a love story. At first, the stories are really not really connected, but it's on the second part. It's like one really big long story. You have just yellow. It's just one long story that gives you answers to a lot of mysteries that you didn't know you wanted an answer to it, and also gives you search for something that again you didn't even think about and was missing. So it's an adventure story, but it's really like dense and complexly told. It's like in the first part, it's like a TV series, chapters, you get to know the character, and a lot of one-off adventures. And then you have this one long story, it's like a movie. It's like what happens with Twin Peaks. The movie is like a Fire Walk With Me movie, and you don't really get it if you didn't watch the show. And that happens here. It's all one book, but it's told in different ways, changes a lot of style, and again, at first the stories don't really make sense. There's not like a connection between them, but at some point they are getting connected, and some mysteries come back or are expanding, and you get there's a story behind this book, but you have to think about what the story was. And it's there, it's not that hard, but it is an adventure comic. It is an adventure comic about adventure comics, adventure literature. It is like metafictional without really being metafictional. But yeah, it's really odd. It's really good. It's really good. It's excellent. I would say it's remarkable. And what Fernando Calvi does here, and also the way he uses color, the way he draws, it's like this guy is really talented. But yeah, I get it if some people find it really hard to follow. But for me, it was perfect. Like really amazing. It deserves to be reread. And that's it. I really recommend Altavista. Hope that at some point, I don't know, Fantagraphics knows about this work, because it really deserves that of one of those cool hardcover editions that they make, and maybe at some bigger size than this one. Fernando Calvi has other works that are also really look really cool. I haven't read them, but they also look really cool. Mexico Lindo, The White in the Eye, all other sci-fi works. This one was an adventure comic. He has a revenge comic, a sci-fi comic. It's a guy that loves adventure, but tries to give it the spin to make it more like big brain stuff. Yeah, really good book. It's like an experience more than a simple story. But for example, the end is in Italian. You have like 3 pages in Italian, full on Italian. But yeah, I will recommend it a lot. Hope that at some point gets released on English.